In a small, sleepy town nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, there lived a young girl named Ava. With wide, curious eyes and a heart full of dreams, Ava was the embodiment of potential. Yet, self-doubt weighed heavily on her shoulders, a shadow that never seemed to leave her side. Ava's parents, hardworking and loving, often reminded her of her unique talents. Her father, a carpenter, would say, "Ava, you have the hands of an artist and the mind of a genius." Her mother, a librarian, would add, "Books are your best friends, Ava. They reveal the world to you, and one day, you'll share your own stories with the world." Despite their encouragement, Ava struggled to see her own worth. She found solace in the town's library, where she would spend hours lost in the pages of fantasy and adventure. It was there, surrounded by the scent of aged paper and the comforting silence of the library, that Ava felt most at peace. One day, while exploring the library's dusty attic, Ava stumbled upon a peculiar book. Its cover was adorned with intricate patterns and golden lettering that read, "The Phoenix Within." Intrigued, she opened the book to find it filled with blank pages. Disappointed, Ava decided to take it home, thinking she could use it as a journal. As she began to write her thoughts and dreams in the book, something magical happened. The words on the pages shimmered and transformed into vivid images and stories. The book seemed to come alive, reflecting Ava's deepest desires and fears. It was as if the book was trying to show her the power she held within. Ava's fascination with the enchanted book grew. She spent every spare moment pouring her heart onto its pages. The more she wrote, the more the book revealed. It showed her glimpses of a world where she was the hero, where her dreams weren't just dreams but realities waiting to be embraced. One rainy afternoon, Ava penned a story about a young girl who could control the elements. She described how the girl, initially unaware of her powers, discovered them through a series of trials and triumphs. As Ava wrote, she felt a strange connection to the character, as if the girl's journey mirrored her own. The book responded, displaying a scene where the girl faced a formidable foe. Ava watched in awe as the character overcame her fears and unleashed her true potential. The message was clear. Ava, too, had untapped power within her. All she needed was to believe in herself. Inspired by the book, Ava decided to share her stories with others. She started small, reading them to the children in the town. They listened with wide eyes and eager hearts, captivated by the tales of bravery and magic. Ava's confidence began to grow, fueled by the positive reaction she received, yet not everyone was supportive. Some of the townsfolk scoffed at her dreams, dismissing them as childish fantasies. Doubt began to creep back into Ava's mind, but the book remained her steadfast companion, reminding her of her inner strength. As Ava's stories gained popularity, she was invited to participate in a local storytelling contest. The prize was a scholarship to a prestigious writing academy, a dream opportunity for Ava. However, the contest was fierce, and the other participants were skilled and confident. Ava's nerves got the better of her. She stumbled through her performance, her voice shaking and her mind blanking on key points. When the results were announced, Ava was heartbroken to learn that she hadn't even placed. The sting of failure was sharp, and self-doubt threatened to consume her once more. Returning home, Ava sought solace in the enchanted book. She poured her heartache onto its pages, feeling the weight of her disappointment lift slightly with each word. The book responded with a story of a phoenix, a mythical bird that rose from its ashes stronger than before. The phoenix's tale resonated deeply with Ava. She realized that failure was not the end, but a chance to rise anew. With renewed determination, she decided to work even harder on her craft. She enrolled in writing workshops, sought feedback from mentors, and practiced tirelessly. Ava's perseverance began to pay off. Her stories grew richer and more compelling, and her confidence steadily increased. She submitted her work to various competitions and publications, facing both rejection and acceptance. Each experience, whether positive or negative, helped her grow as a writer and as a person. Years passed, and Ava's hard work began to bear fruit. Her stories were published in local magazines, and she was invited to speak at literary events. The once shy and uncertain girl had transformed into a confident and talented storyteller. One day, Ava received an invitation to a prestigious writing competition in the city. The winner would have their work published nationwide, a dream come true for any aspiring author. Ava knew this was her chance to prove to herself and others that she was worthy of her dreams. The competition was intense, with talented writers from all over the country vying for the top spot. Ava felt a familiar twinge of doubt, but reminded herself of the Phoenix's lesson. She had risen from her ashes before, and she could do it again. Ava poured her heart and soul into her entry, a story that drew upon her own experiences and the lessons she had learned. When the time came to present her work, she took a deep breath and stepped onto the stage, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. As she read her story, Ava felt a sense of calm wash over her. The words flowed effortlessly, and she could see the impact they had on the audience. By the time she finished, there was a moment of stunned silence, followed by a thunderous applause. Ava knew, in that moment, that she had touched the hearts of many. Ava was declared the winner of the competition, her dream finally within reach. Her story was published and received widespread acclaim. She was offered a scholarship to the prestigious Writing Academy and a contract with a renowned publishing house. The girl who had once doubted herself was now a celebrated author, her tales inspiring others to believe in their own potential. Returning to her hometown, Ava was greeted with pride and admiration. The same people who had once doubted her now looked up to her as a beacon of hope and perseverance. Ava knew that her journey was far from over, but she was ready to face any challenges that lay ahead. The enchanted book, now filled with Ava's stories and experiences, remained her cherished companion. It had guided her through her darkest moments and celebrated her triumphs. Ava realized that the true magic of the book was not in its pages, but in the belief it had instilled in her. Ava's story became a testament to the power of self-belief and perseverance. She continued to write and share her tales, encouraging others to embrace their dreams and never underestimate their potential. The phoenix within her had risen, and its flames burned brightly, lighting the way for others to follow. Years later, Ava's legacy lived on through her stories and the lives she had touched. She became a mentor to young writers, guiding them on their own journeys of self-discovery and empowerment. The town's library, where her journey had begun, was renamed in her honor, a symbol of the transformative power of belief and determination. Ava's story reminded everyone that within each of us lies a phoenix, waiting to rise from the ashes of doubt and fear. All it takes is a spark of self-belief to ignite the flames of potential. And once that fire burns, it can light up the world in ways we never imagine. In the end, Ava learned that the greatest magic of all was not in an enchanted book or a mythical phoenix, but in the power of believing in herself. And that, dear reader, is a lesson we can all carry with us on our own journeys of self-discovery and growth.